Today's recipe is lemon olive chicken. It's great because you can make some for tonight's dinner. You can save some in the refrigerator for tomorrow night. I recommend that you make this dish. It starts with 8 bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts. You're gonna wanna brown your chicken, so have a very large skillet over a high heat and add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Skin side down for the chicken. You wanna get that skin really golden brown. Because this is a braised dish, the skin's not gonna stay crispy, but the golden brownness is going to add a ton of flavor and color. So it's a very important step. Make sure they get nice and golden. That'll take about at least 3 minutes on the first side and same on the second side. While they're browning, you can get some other ingredients ready. The lemon, you need 2 whole lemons, cut them in half and then into slices. The lemon slices are gonna cook right in with the chicken and all the other flavorings, so make them nice and thin. That's the lemons. Let's check on the chicken. Looking pretty good. When the chicken has formed its really nice sear, it'll easily lift up from the pan and won't stick. And if it hasn't, it will not turn and it will stick, so you'll know it's not ready to turn yet. Couple more minutes, you can get your garlic ready. Mince 4 cloves. When all of your chicken has browned, you can saute your aromatics. Onions, for instance, 2 onions chopped, the 4 cloves of garlic. If your pan seems super hot or it's starting to get a little bit dark, you can turn your pan down or you can add a splash of water to get any bits that look like they might brown. I always do that. We're using water in this. Can you see me? Can you see me? We're using water in this recipe anyway, a little bit of water. Add a little bit more olive oil, another tablespoon. And then you really want to build the flavor from the bottom up. So you got the layer of browning from the chicken. Now you're going to saute your onions and garlic for more depth of flavor. Add your lemons. A cup of green olives that have been pitted and have 2 cups of chicken broth, low sodium, and 2 cups of water. I used a little bit of that water, that's okay. Now you want to bring all of this stuff up to a boil and simmer it for about 10 minutes before you return your chicken to the pan. So after it's simmered for about 10 minutes, you can return the chicken, this time put its skin side up so that the meat part is in the liquid. And it doesn't matter if there's room around it at this point, so you can sort of nestle them together. It can be a little bit crowded, that's okay. Make sure you add any juices that have accumulated on the plate to the pan as well. That's flavor too. Sprinkle with a teaspoon of dry thyme and a half a teaspoon of hot pepper flakes. Really coming together, guys. Cover it up, let it simmer for about 15 minutes, just until the chicken is cooked through. It's really, really fragrant. So remove your chicken. So since I want just a little bit more thickness, I'm gonna whisk together a tablespoon of cornstarch, like 2 tablespoons of water. Cold water. If you use hot water or the broth from your pan, the cornstarch will lump up and won't work. Whisk it until the cornstarch dissolves, and then whisk this mixture into your simmering liquid. Now this isn't gonna be a really, really thick sauce, but it's just gonna add a little bit of body, which is kind of nice, a little bit of silkiness. Just to activate your cornstarch and any starch that you're using as a thickener, you want to return the liquid to a complete boil. That fully activates it and cooks off any kind of starchy flavor that you might have by just dumping it in and then pulling it off. What I like to do is just scoop out mostly solids and a little bit of sauce and spoon it over the top of my chicken, and then you can serve the rest of the sauce on the side. You don't want your platter overflowing with sauce, right? Why not make braised lemon and chicken for dinner tonight? Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.